Do let it get a little. There, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Yeah. Okay. All right. This is my first time going live on this set. I'm excited. Let's come in. Okay. So yeah, these lives right now are not really like super organized in terms of when I'm actually coming on, but I decided to pop on again because I wanted to do another RYV chat, Reclaim Your Voice chat. Um, for those of you that are in the room, welcome to RYV chat, where we reclaim your voice and take your voice off of you. I love that mug. Oh my gosh, it was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful gift. And yeah, I'm out here in these streets. Hi Devin. Hi Tyler. How's it going? Wonderful to see you guys. And if you feel like this topic is very pertinent to somebody that you know, I encourage you to share it. And basically, on these little chats, I've kind of been getting on here and kind of giving you guys the heart behind Reclaim Your Voice, which is now the name of this channel, along with my name, O'Neal Gerald. Hi, Shamar. Wonderful to see you. But yeah, I wanted to just kind of jump on here, and especially with this new set, guys. Like, there's some kinks that need to be worked out, whatever. But I'm really happy with the set. Shout out to the wonderful Maya. Can we give her a round of applause for helping her brother out? Yes, absolutely. Hello, Jeremiah. We're gonna have a little chat today about a little phrase that I've actually been speaking about um, lately on my videos, especially when I point you guys to the masterclass. And of course, if you've been watching the last few videos, every single video, I tell you to go and watch the masterclass at reclaimyourvoice.ca/masterclass so that you can reclaim your voice. And the last few weeks we've actually been talking about some wonderful topics, but I'm just kind of allowing the people to flood in. But yeah, I'm out here in these blue streets right now. I'm wearing blue, and blue is actually my favorite color, and the background's blue. It can be another color if I wanted to at the drop of a nail because I have Life X. Thank you, Lord. But yes, me and my wonderful wife put this set together. I really hope that you guys like it. This is my desk. This is where I do my work. And yeah, I guess it's kind of letting you guys into the world a bit. There are no more mirrors, and finally the white walls are now filled with color, and I'm glad about that. Um, uh, yeah, and there's always things that right now there's just things that need to be worked out, but I'm just gonna continue anyway. So just to kind of recap, we've been talking a little bit about um, what it's like to have your voice not belong to you. Uh, the name of my program is Reclaim Your Voice. The name of this channel is Reclaim Your Voice. And it would make no sense to have to reclaim something if it wasn't yours already. So we kind of took some time to kind of clarify the signs of your voice not belonging to you. If you haven't already, just go into my channel and just kind of go to the past videos and you'll be able to kind of see what was going on there. We talked about the signs that your voice doesn't belong to you. Then we talked about the strain of when your voice doesn't belong to you. And I was going to go into the next part of that today, but I actually decided to kind of take a break from that to actually discuss a little term that I've been using on my channel to describe some of the wonderful people that we've been reviewing, and that is the term Unforgettable Vocalist. Unforgettable Vocalist. And I feel like it was a really cool term because I feel like it kind of calls out to the greatness on the inside of the people that we review and the people that we talk about here on this channel, but it also actually really calls out to the greatness that is inside of you as a singer. Like, I know that a lot of us, aspire to be singers and aspire to be this and aspire to be that, but the reality is, if you sing, then you are a singer. But to be an unforgettable vocalist, that's really the place that a lot of us are really aspiring to be, especially if we're pursuing getting better in our singing. And I kind of wanted to talk to you about the difference between a singer and an unforgettable vocalist, because there is a very distinct difference. I think that we all hear lots of singers. In fact, Spotify Wrapped came out today. For those of you that have Spotify, I got to kind of look at the people that I really listen to. You would be actually very surprised of what actually makes up most of the music that I listen to. In fact, most of the music that I listen to, or the music that was on the top of my Spotify Wrapped, happened to be music that I actually nap to, because I like naps, but I really like to put on music when I nap and when I sleep. And so just turning on some music and allowing it to play while I sleep was the zhush. It was the vibe. At least for the first 4 months of the year before I got married. Now I don't play music to go to sleep, right? Wouldn't want to bother my wife. Shout out to Maya. But yeah, my Spotify Wrapped is filled with people I would call unforgettable vocalists, but possibly people that you don't know. Actually, my number one artist, the number one person that I listen to when I'm going to sleep is someone named Kim Walker-Smith. You actually probably don't know who that is. If you do, you are fam. And yo, we get this. You get me. But if you don't, it's all right. But point is, Spotify Wrapped came out today, and along with a whole bunch of wonderful people that, you know, make up Spotify, you get those people that are really unforgettable, like the Whitney Houstons, like the Mariah Careys. Just cracking my back, you know, just a little bit. Anyway, anyway, but yeah, the Mariah Careys, the Whitney Houstons, and now, actually, like now, one of those unforgettable vocalists right now is Adele. Actually, Adele, you put on that list now. Aretha Franklin, like, and it's very interesting because. I think a lot of people like to use vocal technique to describe who an unforgettable vocalist is. But when you think of unforgettable vocalist, it actually transcends vocal technique. It's kind of like this factor that is this it factor that allows a singer's music to be memorable and allows the singer's voice to be memorable. And it causes them, an unforgettable vocalist is somebody that, you know, people want to be like, people want to aspire to have a career like, and not just that, but when you walk through the grocery store, you're probably hearing an unforgettable vocalist at some point because they have tracks that have lasted and stood the test of time. And I wanted to talk to you, those of you that are aspiring to be an unforgettable vocalist, because, you know, a lot of us have been told, like, I think this is the last RYV chat that we did. A lot of us have been told that we shouldn't aspire for or go for our dreams. A lot of us have been told, you know, get a real job and all of that different stuff. But there's something that burns on the inside of you that actually says, you know what, no, this is actually what I'm called to do, and this is who I want to be. And so I wanted to kind of give a gift to those of us that are aspiring to be unforgettable vocalists. I wanted to tell you the difference between a singer and an unforgettable vocalist. So why don't I just get right into it right now. Again, if you feel like this information is pertinent to somebody that you know and that you love, if you know somebody that's looking to expand from being just a singer to being an unforgettable vocalist, share this live with them, and also direct them to my masterclass at reclaimyourvoice.ca/masterclass. But I have 3 points for you that are just simply what I feel are the differences between a singer and an unforgettable vocalist. So let's start with number 1, shall we? The first difference between a singer and an unforgettable vocalist is that a singer uses their vocal range, and I'll even put the word voice type in there, as a limiter. They use their vocal range as a limiter. An unforgettable vocalist uses their voice type and their vocal range as a playground. I'll just kind of let it simmer. In the background, this just became an ASMR video, and I'm kind of coming up to the mic, and I'm kind of, you know, just letting it simmer. I know. know that's so weird. ASMR is really weird. I don't get it. But I'll read it again for you. A singer is someone who uses their vocal range as a limiter, while an unforgettable vocalist uses their vocal range as a playground. Now, this is something that I'm really passionate about, especially as someone who has a slightly lower voice than the average male pop voice. Aaron likes my ASMR. I'm glad you like my ASMR. Anyway, but yes, this is something I'm really passionate about, because I think that a lot of us, especially people who watch videos like mine, people who watch videos like, any type of vocal coach or anything like that on YouTube, I think we're very obsessed with vocal range, and a lot of us think that just because we can't hit the highest of the highest notes, it means that we can't sing. In fact, a lot of singers that are out there are just simply working against their instruments to create something that they genuinely don't have, because they feel like their voice isn't enough as it is. Now, there's a big difference between someone who is technically skilled and uses all of their range versus someone who is limited and uses a small part of their range. However, there are industry norms as to what singers should sound like, whether it be a man or it be a woman. It's crazy. Like, there's so many different voice types that are out there, but there is only one type of voice that people want to hear, or there are certain types of notes that people want to hear. And the people that are singers, that are just singers, fall under, or not that category, but they allow that category to define them. They allow that category to limit them. And if their voice lines up with it, if someone's voice or their vocal range lines up with the industry standard, then they use that as an affirmation. And if their voice doesn't line up with an industry standard, they use it as an indication that, nope, I'm not called to sing, so I'm going to go the other way. Whereas an unforgettable vocalist isn't somebody that necessarily falls in the industry standard, but it's someone that is able to discover the strengths of their voice, use those strengths to their advantage, and play around with what God has given them. Like, it's really interesting to see what people are willing to do once they realize that their voice is enough. But most of you that are, in fact, a lot of the people that come to me, and a lot of you that really aspire to be an unforgettable vocalist, feel like your voice isn't enough, and feel like your singing isn't enough because you can't hit the notes that somebody else does, or you sing at the top of your range, and even the tip top of your range, it comes at the bottom of where Ariana Grande sings. And so it's crazy. But I'm kind of calling out that I'm not just but I'm calling out the unforgettable vocalist that's on the inside of you. Why? Because you don't need your voice. Your vocal range doesn't need to be a limiter for you. In fact, there are so many people that, whether they go out to weddings to sing, or they sing at church, etc., and so forth, they become completely and utterly stuck when it's time to use their voice. When it's time to use their voice, because they feel like they're not able to sing it just the way that the record gives it, whether it be because of the comfort of the range or anything like that. And that's but the person that's an unforgettable vocalist will be able to not see their voice and their vocal range and their God-given gift as a limitation, but see it as an opportunity and as a playground, right? Let me see what Jeremiah said. You know what? I always knew that Beyonce was a hell of a singer, but I recently went back to Destiny's Child, especially the writing on the wall, and it blows my mind how much of a vocalist she already was from the beginning. It's true. Beyonce was quite the vocalist from the beginning, and I feel like there was always a factor about her. There was always something about Beyonce, but I feel like it's not just that Beyonce had great talent, because and maybe I should even maybe I should even talk about that, because a lot of people think that an unforgettable singer is just somebody that has talent, or has what's the word? They have something that is an it factor that they were born with. Now, there are a lot of people that actually do fall in that category, where they were blessed with a wonderful tessitura, like, their sweet spots are in all of the radio songs, and they are just naturally able to float where they need to be. But I feel like we use talent as an excuse to not do the work, you know? And I think that even for people that are talented, that there is a level of work that they've put in to allow their voice to not be a limitation, that we actually undercut when we say that, this person is just talented. Not saying that that's what this comment is saying, but I'm saying that it requires much more than talent, much more than just talent, to be an unforgettable vocalist, to stick with it, and to actually find yourself in people's minds and in people's hearts. It's going to take more than just talent. So that was the first point, that and a singer is somebody that sees their vocal range as a limitation, whereas an unforgettable vocalist actually sees their vocal range as a playground and as an opportunity. My second point, and it seems like there's some people that are coming in. Anyway, glory to God. Amen. Anyway, so that was my first point. My second point is that a singer, someone who is just a singer, rather, conforms to whatever sound is popular. Conforms to whatever sound is popular. Whereas an unforgettable vocalist creates a unique sound that other people want to emulate. I'll read that again. I'll read it again. I'll read it again for the people in the back. A singer is someone who conforms to whatever sound is popular, whereas an unforgettable vocalist is someone that creates a unique sound that other people want to emulate. And this is again, it's something I'm passionate. It's, in fact, all of these points is something I'm passionate about, because this is reclaim your voice. Anyway, but what I see what I see, and you know what? I'm turning 30 next year, and there's a fair bit that I've seen happen. I've seen, eras and waves and trends kind of come and go. I remember when urban pop was the thing, and the upbeat R&B was the pop music of the early 2000s. I remember when a lot of people were doing dubstep. Do you remember dubstep? Dubstep came and went like that. But dubstep was a thing. Right now, trap is still a thing. And what I found is that for people that are looking to make a quick buck, they simply jump on whatever wave is there right then and there. But what I see happens in an unforgettable vocalist is that they aren't willing to just simply ride a wave, and 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 ride a wave. But these people are actually willing to go against the grain and create a unique sound. Now, that doesn't just have to do with production. Now, and for some reason, Beyonce just keeps coming back to my mind, especially what she did with 4, because when 4 came out, I believe pop was different. Pop was starting to become less about R&B, but Beyonce was like, hey girl, Green Ivy, you're going to class? Okay. But I just shout out to you because you were here last time. But bye. But yeah. When Beyonce came out with 4, people weren't really doing R&B as much anymore. But she was like, yeah, I'm gonna do an R&B record. And now you could actually give that to the producers and the people that created the music. But with someone that has the power to create their own sound and create what they want to create, they make the choice, or rather an unforgettable vocalist actually makes the choice to go against the grain. Whereas a singer feels the need to, in order for them to be remembered or in order for them to be relevant, they have to conform. and they never really have a sound of their own. Oh, this is a preach. Write this one down. A singer never really ever has a sound of their own. Stop. But someone who's just a singer never really has a sound that is their own. They just simply copy and copy and copy and copy and copy and copy. I'm sorry, I'm reading comments at the same time. Someone who's just a singer just copies whatever the radio is dealing to them, whereas whatchamacallit, an unforgettable vocalist, right, goes against the grain, and they do what's important to them. But what I feel is happening, especially for singers that don't have a Beyonce budget, is that they feel that they need to ride the wave in order to actually be remembered. Or to actually and don't get me wrong, because singers are great, but not every singer will be remembered, right? There's a lot of singers that are popular right now that you can name that will not be remembered, right? And unforgettable vocalists just simply decide to be themselves, and they get remembered because they're doing them. They're not doing the norm. There was a point that I had, but yeah, I feel like a lot of singers feel like they're at the mercy of radio, and they just have to do what's popular, and they have to fit in a genre, when in reality they can do whatever they want, right? And if they want to actually leave a legacy, and if they want to be remembered, they have to do something that's completely and utterly unique to them. And I'm finding that that's becoming less and less popular, but it's really the thing that makes you unforgettable. It's really the thing that allows you to have legacy. But even if you were to even kind of transition to kind of be like, okay, I'm a singer that conforms, and I'm a singer that I want to be an unforgettable vocalist, but I don't know how to create a sound that is completely and utterly mine. It's funny, like, there's a lot of singers that actually want to make the transition to being an unforgettable vocalist, but they've been playing copycat for so long, right? Like, that's what really, really sucks about it. But that's why someone like me is here, right? To show you what your voice is capable of, right? And to actually allow you to see what your voice is capable of and choose what you really want to do. So that's why I would want you to go to reclaimyourvoice.ca/call and book a call with me, so that we can actually get to the bottom of your reasoning for singing, and to see if we can bridge that gap. So I'm even going to put it right there, and I'm going to pin it to the chat because I can, because it's me. Anyway, but yes. Oh, you know what? Let me kind of read the comments and just kind of see what's happening. Okay. Oh my God! Please don't remind me. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love the EDM era, but looking back, I think it did more harm than good. But there were a lot of bops for those 5 years. It's true. EDM was great. It was a great wave. It came. And, I remember Kelly Rowland even had When Love Takes Over. Everyone was doing the EDM thing. But the wave went. And that's the thing about being an unforgettable vocalist. Or rather, with singers, when the wave goes, after you've invested so much in creating this sound, in creating a sound rather that is a copy of what everyone's doing, and the wave shifts, who are you? Who is the singer? After you leave off all of the glitz and the glamour of, maybe even having 15 seconds of fame, and now everyone's forgetting the genre that you dominated in, and they're moving on to something else. What are you going to do? Just jump on the next wave, right? To me, that's very robotic. It's very machine-like. It's not authentic, right? But that's what my job is to really dig into the authenticity of a singer and allow them to see themselves for who they really are. So yes, book a call with me at reclaimyourvoice.ca/call. But yes, that's my second point. A singer is going to be somebody that, what's my point? A singer is someone who conforms to whatever sound is available for them, or whatever's hot, whatever's popular. Whereas an unforgettable vocalist creates a sound that other people want to emulate. And this is actually true not just for production and creating songs, but also for creating sounds. Like when you sing on something, like when an unforgettable vocalist sings, they don't just try to sing the way that the record was. They actually create their own sound. And it's like, whoa, who's that? What did they do? You know, because they're doing something that's unique to them and it's authentic to them. And if you want to discover your own authenticity as a singer, if you've been feeling the strain of that, I really recommend go to reclaimyourvoice.ca/call, book a call with me, and let's have a conversation, okay? And a conversation that will see how we can bridge the gap for you so that you can become an unforgettable vocalist, because you can do it. It can be done, right? It's not just left to the people that have record deals and have lots of money in the bank, right? That power is not what creates an unforgettable vocalist, because there's a lot of people who have signed many record deals but have not become unforgettable vocalists. Like, if you think about it, throughout all of the years, how many people have come and have gone, and have had the funding of an entire record label, right? And have had the money to do it, and still they were forgotten, right? There's a lot of people, like, I'm thinking, you know what? I don't want to air anybody out, but there's, like, if you go the past 20 years, there's a lot of songs that came and went. There's a lot of artists that came and went. And then there's artists that stayed. But money is not the factor that actually changes who becomes memorable and who doesn't. Right? That's not even the thing. But it is the factor in which that determines who's actually going to make it towards becoming an unforgettable vocalist. Not because of, you know, putting money into marketing and to creating, you know, a big sound, but really developing your artistry. Like artist development is an art that is being lost and has been lost for so long. But when a person decides to invest in getting the right coach, getting the right guidance, they can actually bridge this gap and find themselves as a unforgettable vocalist. So book a call with me at reclaimyourvoice.ca/call. Let me read some more of these comments. Yeah, true. A few years ago, people tried to sing like Rihanna. Now I feel like newcomers emulate Ariana a lot. Right? Oh my gosh, that was so weird. I'm not gonna read that part, but yeah, it's very true. It's very true, and it's part of the reason why gospel singers are so effective and so amazing, because they always bring something new to the table. But for people that just sing just to get famous, they don't find a reason to actually be unique. Their reasoning is just for celebrity. I could preach that's an entire preach right there. Just how celebrity in and of itself is not enough motivation to make you an unforgettable vocalist. I'm writing it down. Celebrity, because we got to talk about that too. Oh my gosh. But yes, celebrity is not enough motivation. Come on, make it up. Let me be some motivation. Anyway, to make you unforgettable. Anyway. But yes, I'm writing it down so we can talk about it another time. Singing on key is hard for me. Crazy, because when I sing harmony, my voice blends in so smoothly. Book a call with me, Wadner, at reclaimyourvoice.ca/call. That's something I do. I'm a music teacher, right? But yeah, singing on key, a lot of people think that singing on key can't be fixed. Now, I'm not saying that everybody is a Beyonce, but you can learn how to sing on key if you're willing to put in the work and if you're willing to invest, right, in the right help, right? I love to use Beyonce as an example. She's an unforgettable vocalist, but she's also had her moments experimenting with trends with songs like 7-Eleven, 8S. So maybe blending the two, right? Beyonce, and I feel like because I've done so many Beyonce related videos that a lot of the people that watch these videos love Beyonce. Um, I think that yeah, but the thing is, Beyonce's not just that's the thing. I don't think that Beyonce's really ever truly conformed to a genre. She's always sounded like Beyonce. Whether she was doing trap with 7-Eleven or whether she was doing EDM with like I don't know, Radio off of I Am Sasha Fierce, or whether she was doing I don't know, like urban pop like Crazy in Love, like Beyonce has always sounded like Beyonce. And that's the factor that's one of the factors that's made her unforgettable. But let me get on to my last point, shall I? Let's talk about the last point of what the difference is between a singer and an unforgettable vocalist, right? Now, so our first point was that a singer uses their vocal range as a limiter, but an unforgettable vocalist uses their oh, and I'm on Facebook too, so I should probably see what people are saying there. But an unforgettable vocalist is sorry, I'm seeing some of the Facebook comments now. I sleep to Kim Walker. Yes, I do. I used to now. I actually when I take naps, I still do. But yes. Okay, so yes, an unforgettable vocalist is someone who is a singer uses their vocal range as a limiter, but an unforgettable vocalist is someone who uses their voice type and their vocal range as a playground. Secondly, an unforgettable vocalist is someone who creates a unique sound rather than conforms. And then the third thing that creates an unforgettable vocalist. Are you ready to hear it? I am. Anyway, okay, it's funny. I write these things down and they kind of strike me as I read them, and I'm like, what? What's going on? Anyway, a singer. This is my last one. The difference between a singer and an unforgettable vocalist. A singer sings the message. Oh my gosh, this is an entire preach. A singer sings the message of whatever song they sing. Right? I'm gonna let this sink in for you. I might say it a few times. But an unforgettable vocalist infuses personal meaning into every song that they sing. Okay, I'll do this again. I'll say it again, right? A singer, someone who is just a singer, is someone that sings the message of the song. If they're gonna sing Halo by Beyonce, since we're talking about Beyonce a lot, yeah, they'll sing the lyric. But an unforgettable vocalist knows how to infuse or personal meaning to whatever song they sing. It's like an unforgettable vocalist has a way of putting their fingerprint on a song that's not even theirs. Right? Now, an unforgettable vocalist also has their own catalog. But when they do sing something that is not theirs, they put their fingerprint on it. And even when, like, they're singing a song, even when they're singing a song that is written by somebody else, they don't allow that song to be sung by them unless they can put their fingerprint on it, unless they can put personal meaning into it. And this is probably the biggest thing, because I feel like we've been made to think that singing is just about vocal technique. Now, technique is important. Technique is what will carry you for the long haul. It's what will protect you and create and allow you to use all of what God's given you, right? But technique will not teach you how to infuse your message and what you have been put on the earth to sing into a song that you're singing. Like, it's the difference between singing I guess it's the difference between a child singing the national anthem and, say, someone at a sports game singing the national anthem. Well, that's the thing. Even if someone who sings at a sports game singing the national anthem might not necessarily be an unforgettable vocalist. Or let's say I don't know. Let's say Jasmine Sullivan singing the national anthem, which she did at the Super Bowl. right? There's a huge, humongous difference between someone who just sings the message, just sings the lyric, right? And then there's someone else that will sing, not just sing the lyric, but sing their understanding of the lyric. And it's not just an unforgettable vocalist. It's not just someone who sings with that meaning, but they know how to convey that meaning to their audience. Like, I feel like people have made singing just simply about creating notes with your voice. That is 30% of the battle for me, right? I think a lot of people might disagree. Other vocal coaches may disagree. I actually don't care. 30% of it for me has to do with singing notes, whether you're reading music or you're listening to a song and you're getting in there and you're just singing. Like 30% of it is that. I would say the other 70% is sending a message. What are you trying to say? Are you telling me that the chicken crossed the road to get to the other side? Or are you just singing? To sing for note's sake. You want it to sound good. And you can tell the difference. You can tell the difference when somebody is singing for their life and they're singing something that they actually care about versus when they are just simply singing to just, sound beautiful. Like I feel like a lot of us have reduced the art of singing to just sounding beautiful. I was singing pseudo classically, but that wasn't really a knock at classical music. People are able to infuse meaning into classical music. So this isn't about genre. This is simply about you as a singer transitioning to be an unforgettable vocalist, knowing that it's not just about notes on a page and it's not just about what you heard on the record and just doing it like that. The magic comes when you create a connection with the people that you're called to and with the audience that you're singing to, right? When you take that mic and you give an absolute like when you send a message like an arrow into somebody's heart, that's what causes the tears. That's what causes a person to walk away and be like, oh my gosh, I have to reconsider my life. Or and it's partly, and a lot of people wonder why Adele isn't necessarily as technically skilled as, a lot of the biggest vocalists that are out there that are remembered. Adele has this way of striking meaning into every lyric that she sings. And she pulls out what she has noticed in the world, and she has created songs that are infused with meaning, and she gets on stage and connects with people on that meaning. That experience is unforgettable and it's irreplaceable, right? But we have been told and we have been taught that singing is just making noise with our vocal cords and making sure that the sound is unobstructed, and placement and breath support and all of those things. And all of those things are extremely important. But singers do that. There are many singers that do all that stuff perfectly, yet they never discover what it is to be an unforgettable vocalist. And I know that I'm speaking directly to you. This is for you. The person that you feel like you're being like this is what's coming for your life right now. You're the one that I'm talking to. I want you to book a call with me at reclaimyourvoice.ca/call, because it's not enough to just hear what you could be and to just leave it behind. And I'm not talking to the people that singing is just a hobby for them, la-di-da-di-da. I'm talking about the people that know that singing is they have a very distinct call to music, and they have a very distinct call to singing. And for me, I feel for you. I want to help you fight for your dream, because it's not like being an unforgettable vocalist is something that's unattainable. with the right help and with the right guidance, you can actually be guided to creating something that's authentic to you that will be remembered for ages to come, right? And this isn't about numbers. Everyone thinks that an unforgettable vocalist is just somebody who hits millions and millions and millions of people, right? And you can do that, right? But there are people who have hit millions and millions and millions of people that we do not remember today. I'll just kind of let that one sit, right? But if you want to be someone that makes the impact starting with one person's life, and that impact trickles out into the uttermost parts of the world, so to speak, I want you to book a call with me at reclaimyourvoice.ca/call. Let's have a conversation. I really need us to talk about why you haven't made the transition from being a singer to being an unforgettable vocalist. And while you're waiting, you can also go to my masterclass at reclaimyourvoice.ca/masterclass. It's completely free. And I actually start to get into a lot of what really is going to make you the singer that you've always wanted to be. And not just a singer, but an unforgettable vocalist. So I'll just kind of give you a little rundown of what I spoke about today. So the first difference between a singer and an unforgettable vocalist is that their vocal range isn't a limiter. For an unforgettable vocalist, their vocal range isn't a limiter, but it's a playground. For the second point, for an unforgettable vocalist, doesn't conform to the sound that is popular, but they create a sound that everybody wants to emulate. And then the third thing that an unforgettable vocalist does is that they infuse personal meaning into anything that they sing. If you're ready to be that unforgettable vocalist, I encourage you. Book a call with me at reclaimyourvoice.ca/call. And also register to watch my masterclass at reclaimyourvoice.ca/masterclass. And I trust me, you don't have to stay at a place where you feel like your singing career is just, going nowhere. The help is available for you. It is very much there. And there's so many people that I've walked through this with, and people that I've coached, people that I've loved and are friends with me. And I've seen a lot of people throughout my career, decide to make that transition into being an unforgettable vocalist. And I want you to be one of those people too. So, let me just kind of look at the comments just one more time, and just see what's going on here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really passionate about this stuff, as you can see. Anyway, but yes. Just realized that about Adele while listening to her 30 album. Yeah, Adele sings with such passion while having flaws. That's the thing. Being an unforgettable vocalist is not about being a flawless technician in terms of singing, right? We all have our stuff. I have my stuff. But if you are able to first of all, polish your flaws but at the same time, get in touch with your message, then you're going to be someone that the world will remember. Anyway, hi Antonio. I hope you're having a good day too. But I'm gonna jump off right now. I really hope that this was a wonderful talk for you. I really hope you feel invigorated to make change in your own singing life. And I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks for celebrating my set with me. Shout out to Maya. And I'll see you guys in another video sometime. All right. See you later.